think it's probably much on the minds of most people right now, what is going on with this pandemic of coronavirus. And so I'd just like to offer a thought on what we can do or should do to respond. And basically, I thought of a childhood saying that you probably all know. If life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And to make that a little bit more theological, I'll observe that what's being recommended at this point is everybody just go home and stay home for a while. So the lemonade is take advantage of the moment and get some rest. A lot of people in our society, in our culture, are so frayed from the frantic pace of life and all of the hectic pursuit of things that they don't rest even on the day that they're commanded to rest by the Lord. It's a commandment to keep holy the Sabbath and to rest as our Lord, as God, rested on the seventh day. This is a commandment that much of our society has simply allowed to fall into oblivion. And now the whole world is coming to a halt because of a little invisible speck of material that is wrecking life for all of society. But it could be a sign from God. I would think it's probably due to many things, not just the failure to observe the third commandment. There are many commandments that are being ignored. And overall, the so-called culture of death that we're now feeling lapping at our ankles is a culture of materialism, a culture of human pride and self-sufficiency. And one of the greatest concerns of the authorities, as they have modeled such situations and talked about it in past conferences, even as recently as October of this year, when they did a global pandemic scenario and exercise, it's all about the material. Well, listen, people are going to die, but we got to keep the economy going. And of course, that is a real concern. We do need to keep things going. But where is the concern about the spiritual impact of a godless culture? When has God been invoked by any of these world leaders? As we need to get back closer to God, and perhaps we won't be trying to kill each other with biological warfare and other things. And then, of course, there's this overreaction to the fear of death. Some people will die, and some people have died, and may God have mercy and may they rest in peace. But so many more are dying every day, legally sanctioned murder through abortion and legalized euthanasia. Someone pointed out, and it was rather a disturbing observation, that in the states where they have embraced euthanasia, the people are dying at a faster rate. The number of people who've contracted the disease and died is much higher in those states than in other places, and it's just a curious statistic, but I think it needs to be pondered. So, brothers and sisters, the prophet Elisha gave Naaman a simple solution. Go and cleanse yourself. Our Lord never makes the solution to our problems super complex. They may be difficult to put into practice, especially if we're not using His grace to do so. But He has given us the answer to all of our problems today. And as I say, we need to be concerned about the spiritual side of this whole coronavirus situation. And in the first place, try to realign our lives with the will of God. Do this cleansing that was recommended to Naaman by availing ourselves of the sacrament of confession. But to make that confession effective, we have to prepare ourselves with prayer. And so this solution that the Lord has given us, He announced it many times through His mother, who has asked us to pray the Rosary every day. And people have observed that the Latin word for the Rosary is corona, the crown of Our Lady, corona. And that is the vaccine, that is the solution to the coronavirus problem and every other material problem that we face, which always is just a manifestation of a spiritual problem. So, if you're asked by the civil authorities to stay at home for several weeks, if there's going to be a national lockdown, as there has been in other countries, or even just locally, I think our state governor yesterday imposed more severe restrictions in hopes of containing the spread of this virus. Let's simply take advantage of this as a sign from God to get some rest in the theological sense. And as families find themselves at home together, may their fathers and mothers bring the children together and everyone pray the crown of Our Lady and ask for the grace of conversion. And may this evil little virus at least bring about some good and bring about a change of heart and a change of values in our country. Praise be Jesus and Mary.